Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? Things are going pretty good here. Let me get things set up. Ooh, nice. Okay. So, here's that one. Alright, looks like we're both are live everywhere, so let me get up today's question of the day. If I could be in any movie, I don't know. Maybe I'd be in No Game, No Life, Zero, and probably be the Sora lookalike. Like, it's a dangerous world out there in that movie, yeah, so I might have a hard time with it, but I think I'm kind of along the side of him. Let me get that question pinned at least over here where I can. Okay. Alright, so now it's been pinned. Let me get the link and share out the links. In the meantime, I was gonna say that I've been looking at getting a second computer recently. And I was a bit torn for a while between but yeah, it was a one choice between an Apple desktop, a mini desktop, and a Linux machine. And even though I kind of wanted to go for the Apple one, I ultimately decided that the Linux one would be the better one, and I was hoping that I could get ordered this week so that I could tinker with it during my downtime, which I have a lot of now. But things didn't necessarily work out like that in terms of how I'd like to have gotten it. I'm still planning to get the computer, it's just a waiting game at this moment. But I got it because the Linux computer because it would be a bit more freeing. Not in terms of what I can do and such, but in my life here I had issues with a piece of hardware that I had troubles figuring out. And I wasn't happy about having to replace it because I had it a while. It still worked, but my computer wouldn't recognize it, and people with Windows 11 on their machines, those wouldn't recognize it either. And so I was kind of forced to buy a new or version of it, and it worked out. And so with me getting the Linux machine, I am hoping that I can deal with those kinds of situations easier. Otherwise, I'll be worrying about operating system versions. And that's just something I really want to avoid. So I could have probably afforded the Mac, it's just For that kind of freeing moment, it would be nice, and plus, it'll keep me on my toes, because while I do have experience with Linux, I haven't used it on bare metal too often. I mainly use it in virtual machines. And I finally decided what version of Linux I'd give a try on. Like, the maker that I'm going through, they give me a choice of two of them. And I've just been playing with both of them. I like the one that'll come with it by default the best. But the challenge is, I don't really know for sure what their boot process would be like. So that just has me worried, and it's a big thing, but the things that actually matter to me about it should be simple enough to deal with. I've been playing around with those in the virtual machine. So I am kind of aware of what I have to do to deal with them. I just don't know how it'll turn out, and so when I get that, I am going to be taking a break from streaming until I get that figured out. Hopefully it won't take too long, but I can't really say about how long it will take, and that's the conundrum I'm in. But I'm confident enough that I can figure it out. And thankfully, a lot of people, when I mentioned was going the Linux route, they were quite helpful. Some of them weren't too much, but they were giving some good advice. Like, I learned about a site called DistroC that lets you try out various open source operating systems. The name of it makes you suggest that I think it's like a Linux only thing because of how it's named and that. If you're familiar at all with how they go, which I don't know, a lot of you would be that way, but that's just how it is for me. And I was like, wait, this place is given this name with distro, which is what the Linux operating systems are categorized as, because Linux itself is just a kernel. And yet they've got the BSDs, they've got Haiku, the open source successor to BOS. So it's kind of neat. But since I can run virtual machines on my own, it's not that bad. The only thing that it saves me by going through that site is just the installation process and such of that. And I probably don't have to worry about any times, because when I went looking around at the site, it had like a queue thing they had to wait on. So I get the feeling that you have a limited time to play with it. And that's not that appealing to me. Especially when I have to know what I'm getting into. But at the same time, it doesn't really give me that much freedom. to know about that with the virtual machines, just because things running on bare metal is a bit different. Than what it is in a virtual machine, so I'm pretty sure that there will be differences. And as for getting to stream itself here, I have one more place to share out with. And then I'll be ready. But in the meantime, be sure to answer today's question of the day if you haven't already. Alright. There we go. Now let me get a drink here, because I've been talking for a while. Then I'll bring up the game. And while I'm away, be sure to check out today's question of the day. It should be pinned over on YouTube, but if you don't see it at all, regardless of where you're watching, be sure to enter in the command that you see in the stream title while I'm live, and that should bring it up. I will check out your answers when I get back. Alright, I'm back. Now it's time to get the game up, and then I'll switch on over. So yeah, that was all of my explanation in there. What's going on? Okay, that's annoying. Alright, here we are. But how are you all doing? You've all been here early enough, you know about... Let me looking into getting another computer. Like, things are working out pretty well with this setup. It's just kind of annoying what I have to go through, and I don't want to go into details of that. We'll just say that it's one of those things that's annoying.
Did you hear that?
But let's take care of this stuff and just the usuals they go through. Hopefully it doesn't take too much time. At least this stuff won't take too much time while I'm going through, just waiting on people.
Ad Astra.
Let's see, collect this stuff. Okay. But I hope you are as excited about this as I am to be able to finally get more stories so that we can go on to Nod Cry. But Nod Cry itself was kind of a surprise to me, including everyone. Because so far, a lot of what MiHoYo has done, they've been following the travel trailer a lot. And so we were all expecting Shiznaya to come out, the Cryo Nation. And then they decided to do what they did. It's not bad that they did that, because it will likely help things out. I haven't checked out the Nod Cry trailer and such.
Would you care to sit down and join me for some tea?
At least too in depth. I just know it's coming. Okay, so over here. I should probably save up on the realm currency there.
If you ever have any...
Alright. So got those things in. Alright. Now, let us get back to Mondstadt here. And let us see about our thing here. Okay, there we go. So now we're gonna just start this up. If any of you miss it or miss anything, then you can feel free to go for the VODs or try and rewind if possible. But we are gonna get started on this story here.
Oh, Tulini and Paimon. Fancy that. I didn't expect to run into you two here.
Oh hey, Kochian-san! What are you doing here all by yourself? Just so you know, Paimon didn't come here to train. Paimon's not looking to sign up for any diet plan or bodybuilding class right now.
Alright, got it. But seriously, what do you take me for? Some coach from hell? I'd never force a student into something they didn't want to do. That being said, a little aerobic exercise would probably do you some good. You could take over my patrol for a while. That would count.
let's see. Rather than training, that sounds more like helping you out.
Yeah, all jokes aside, you're right. I'm looking for some help. The Collective of Plenty is holding a bodybuilding competition soon, and so many people have been busy squeezing in their last-minute workouts that we've run out of staff for patrols.
Oh, so you've stepped in to cover their work. But don't you have a last-minute workout to do too?
I'm good. For one thing, I believe peak conditioning can only be achieved through consistent training over a long time span. Cramming in a workout at the last minute does next to nothing for you. But more pertinently, well, as you can probably imagine, I'm not able to compete in any of the most popular weight classes, and there's no real competition in my own weight class.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no! Don't look at Paimon like that! We are not the same weight class, and no way is Paimon competing against you!
Oh, you will be, or you will be tonight's dinner, Paimon.
Traveler, let's just help with the patrol, alright? Otherwise, Yan-san's gonna make Paimon enter a bodybuilding competition!
Perfect. I managed to get you on board with just one look.
Let's see, alright, I'll do it for you, Paimon. Alright, Coach, we'll help you out. Let's see. We'll say this one. Because Paimon does get annoying, but let me get my things up here. Alright.
Thank you both. It should be pretty routine. Just keep your eyes peeled and make sure nothing strange is going on in the area. That'll free me up to check the other section. Let's meet back at the settlement when we're both done.
Sure thing! Just leave it to us! We're experts at strolling and patrolling, don't you worry.
Okay, let's see. Now, kind of wish that there was something closer than that. But oh well. Or maybe there might be, because... Don't really want to pull out Shilonen since my world level's high here. Although she does make this easier.
What's this?
Ooh,
Was there
hole.
always a cave here? We should go take a look, right?
Well, I don't know if the cave was always there, because
Hey,
not much for
there's a
exploration.
creature here. Is it sleeping? Doesn't look very hostile.
Right now it doesn't look hostile, Paimon. But you never know. We might just have to put him out of his misery.
Why is it hiding away here? Ah! You woke it up! Huh? It ran away! Guess our reputation in that land is more fearsome than we thought. Even hillachurls don't want to mess with us now.
I don't think so, Paimon. And this must be Paimon's new voice actor, because she doesn't sound quite as annoying as typical. But the way she says things is probably going to be just as annoying. Let's see. There's something on the ground.
You mean that shiny thing? Huh. Must have dropped it as it ran off. Huh. Paimon bets that hillachurl thought it was a priceless treasure. It was probably planning to hide it here for safekeeping. Until we showed up. Let Paimon take a look. Hilichurls aren't the brightest, so it might not be worth much, but still. What is it? You look so serious all of a sudden. Isn't this just a regular old key? The style is unusual, though. Doesn't look Natlanese. Where do you think it's from?
Probably from someone that is looking to die. Let's see. This is the key to the hibernation chamber on the spaceship. Wait. What? What spaceship?
What do you mean? What hibernation chamber? What spaceship?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking right now, Paimon. From what I have seen of the trailers and such, they do mention a spaceship, but this is the first time that they've mentioned it.
Wait, you mean the spaceship? The one that brought you to Teyvat?
Oh, so Paimon knows about it, huh? But I'm just surprised that they mention it right now, because a lot of the videos I've seen of this, they show us coming down like shooting stars. So I'm kind of wondering if I'm missing something. Maybe I have, because I don't do everything in this game. I just focus on the story, but who knows? Let's see, that's the one.
So, how did that key show up here? Are you sure you didn't just drop it?
Let's see, no, I still have mine. I've always made sure to keep it safe and sound.
Whoa! Yeah! These look identical! So, if one of them's yours, does that mean the other one is...
Let's see, there are only two of these. One belongs to me and the other to my brother. Let's see. In the context of what we're talking about and such, this makes more sense. Like, they're kind of the same, but Paimon deserves the explanation. So we're gonna say one belongs to me, the other my brother, but it could very well go into each other, because I see those sentences flowing together. It's not like the typical ellipsis that they do when they go together.
Knew it! Huh! The keys to a spaceship! Huh! Somehow that really rams home the fact that you really are an actual alien! Wait, no. Descender.
But our sibling's not a descender, Paimon.
But anyway, now we know where it came from. The question is, how did it get here? The simplest explanation is that your brother lost his key somewhere not far from here, then that Hilichurl found it and ducked into the nearest cave to hide it. If that's true, it means your brother was here recently.
See, and by extension, the Abyss Order is probably here as well.
Yeah. Man, this is so crazy. We only agreed to help with the Ansan's patrol on a whim. And now, we've made this bombshell discovery and found a huge lead on your brother. Should we keep following this trail while it's hot? Or do you think we should check back in with the Ansan?
Let's see what the choices are. But I want to check it out, personally.
Ah, there you are. Looks like you went the extra mile today. Thanks for being so diligent.
Oh, hey, Ian-san, what's up? Didn't think we'd see you again till we headed back to the settlement. We were actually just about to go meet up with you. We've made a huge discovery today.
I came here to let you know that you don't need to keep patrolling anymore. The bodybuilding competition has just been cancelled, so the usual squad will be resuming their normal duties. They'll be here to take over shortly.
Wait, canceled? Why? What happened?
The Abyss Order attacked.
Huh?
See, didn't expect our suspicions to be confirmed so quickly. Sounds like Aether is on the move again. I'll find a way to speak with him in person this time. I have to.
I've heard of the Abyss Order, but this is the first time I've known them to take organized action on such a large scale. It's like they're preparing to go to war against our entire nation.
small sect versus the entire nation of war? How are they expecting to pull that off? Based on everything we've seen from them so far, they usually prefer to act in the shadows. So, what's different about it this time? What could they be after?
Good question there, Paimon, especially because they have the Loom of Fate. But before I go on, I want to check on my controller. Okay, it's good.
No clue. All we know is that they've attacked our tribe, but that doesn't tell us much. Our defenses are holding strong so far, so I'm gonna head to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and see what Mawika knows. If there's any information out there, she's the one people report to. Oh, want to come with me? I'm sure everyone will feel better knowing that the hero of Natlan is on the case.
Let's see. Well, I am keen to find out more about the situation, and I can provide some information on the Abyss Order. Okay, these two flow together even though there's no ellipsis, so it gives you the impression that there's a choice, but it's more so obvious that it's an illusion of choice, so we'll go for the top one.
Great, then let's head over together.
Okay, so let's see here. He's over here. I'm glad I got all these waypoints, though. It makes things quicker.
Mawika!
Oh? Great timing, Ian-san. I was just about to send someone for you. And it's good to see the travelers with you.
How are things looking? What's the latest word from the messengers?
The Abyss Order has been spotted near several tribes at the same time. Clearly, this is a coordinated strike. Also, their numbers are much higher than expected. Their organization appears to have grown considerably, but because they're usually so secretive, this is the first we're learning of it.
It sounds like they're throwing everything they have at us. What are they trying to achieve?
That's what I'd like to know as well. Historically, Natlan has not been a hotbed of Abyss Order activity, and we have no particular quarrel with them.
Hold on, guys. Okay. Just something to take care of later. And by that, just something really much later, because I do have other things to concern myself with, including some packages that I'm getting early here than kind of expected, because if I were to get my second computer that I mentioned while setting up this stream, I was gonna get, if I got it when I intended to, I probably would have gotten it towards the end of the week, and then I would have had to wait for this other stuff, which is the cables and the keyboard mouse combo for it. But I couldn't order all of them the same day. I got the cables and the peripherals ordered on the day that I meant to get the computer, and those are likely to come before I get the computer. Well, let's get on with this story here.
Could it be revenge, perhaps? Would they want to get back at us for our recent victory over the Abyss?
Oh, seems unlikely. But then again, Paimon wouldn't put anything past the Abyss Order.
It's too early to say anything definite. For the time being, we should continue monitoring the situation.
How are the battles going? Not too many casualties, hopefully?
Well, even if they're committing all their forces to the fight, they're in for a tough time. Our brave warriors have just emerged victorious from an all-out fight against the Abyss itself.
Yep. We have a whole nation's worth of seasoned veterans fighting for us.
Compared to the true Abyss, the Abyss Order poses a far smaller threat. They cannot endlessly replenish their forces for starters. However, this is still a war, so we must give it our all and do our utmost to minimize casualties. The tribes are organizing their defenses as we speak. Traveler, this is one war that Natlan can handle on its own. If you wish to stay out of it, you'll be safe here at the stadium with me.
Good proposition there, Malvika, but what I'm wondering is if she knows our sibling and what kind of dynamic that this would bring, because we were separated from our sibling about 500 years ago, according to the story timeline, and we were kind of sealed away in that time frame while our sibling was going around the country, and continent, and Malvika was around at that time too. So I'm not too sure how this is gonna play out. But it's gonna be quite interesting, at least if it goes how I think it will. Let's see. No, this one is personal for me.
Oh? In what way?
The current leader of the Abyss Order is my brother.
Yep, that's how it is.
I see. My goodness, that is very personal indeed. If you don't mind me asking, do you have any idea what his goal could be?
That's what I want to know as well.
Safe to say, they're not exactly on the best terms at the moment. Ever since Paimon met the Traveler, she's been trying to track her brother down and get some answers. But he's been avoiding her.
I see. So you two have fallen out. Huh. A pretty common occurrence between siblings.
Well, yeah, that may be. But the stakes are a little higher where these two are involved.
They certainly are. Although somehow it doesn't surprise me that a spat between the Traveler and Twin could affect the fate of the entire world. Just so I'm clear, you're still on Natlan's side, and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Is that right?
See, absolutely, I might even hate the Abyss Order more than you do. Well, I don't want to say that we hate the Abyss Order yet, because we don't know really anything about it, especially because back in Sumeru, our sibling didn't seem to want to be joining with them, even though we knew at the time that MiHoYo released that our sibling did join them and that they were called Princess. So I don't really know what's going on, so I'm just gonna say absolutely.
Well, that's a relief. When you first mentioned your sibling, I was worried we were about to be thrust into an impossible position. Our reports say that the Abyss Order has focused most of their efforts against the Masters of the Nightwind. If you don't plan on staying here with me, I'd recommend going there to lend them a hand.
Sounds great.
I'll join you. Right now, the Collective of Plenty isn't facing a serious threat, so we should support the other tribes.
Many thanks, you two. Anything you need, send word to me right away.
Alright. Things like this I kind of hate, because I wish they'd give me the mini-map everywhere. Otherwise I have to use these guiding lights. Over here. Wait. They say Masters of the Nightwind, yet we're out here? Okay, that's a bit crazy to me. They're probably coming from that side, though. If they're here. Alright, birdies. Stay where you are unless you want to die.
Really?
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Are you here to reinforce us?
How are things looking? Nawika told us to come here.
Oh, the situation must be pretty dire if it's managed to get Lolly out of the house.
Dire? No, I wouldn't go that far. It's mostly just irritating.
I think I'd probably be in the same state as Lolly here. Because, as you all might remember if you were here for the time I went through her story thing, I was like, I understand how she feels, quite like it, and she and I are pretty similar, so I'd probably be irritated too, depending on what's going on.
I heard we're being hit the hardest out of all the tribes. What are they trying to imply? They just think we're pushovers or something? The more I thought about it, the angrier I got. I couldn't exactly concentrate on my novel after that, so... well, here I am.
So, that's how they earned the ire of Granny Eatsley, huh?
They call themselves the Abyss Order, yes? Ugh, so tasteless. It's exactly the kind of two-dimensional name a clueless writer picks because they don't trust the rest of their writing to persuade the reader of who the real villains are.
It's funny they say that. But then again, they claim to be after Celestia. Like the Fatui are.
Hey, she's saying your brother has poor taste.
But it wasn't our sibling that named it. It was supposedly the ancestor of Kaya. I kind of forget his name, but his face comes to my mind. Let's see. I'm just glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. If I were him, I'd have changed that name long ago. So there's no way to say any different, so we're just gonna say the top.
Wait, what? Are you saying her brother is a member of the Abyss Order? I only said that because I was mad, but maybe I went too far.
Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've got some enemies incoming.
Okay.
Good. A much-needed chance to vent my frustration. And not a moment too soon. Things were getting awkward there. Luckily, I'll never have to find out just how badly the rest of that conversation was gonna go.
You didn't have to say that last part out loud, Lolly. Anyway, let's get him!
Got lucky that time.
I must leave no stone unturned. I missed it. They still need me.
By royal decree.
Nice and spicy.
Oh, it's revealed that.
Leave it all to me. I'll catch up.
As you wish, me.
Speed of light.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Gooba, get them! By royal decree. Sibling.
Phew. Much better. That's more like it.
Yeah, it was kind of a tough one there. Let me check my controller again because it was half last time. Alright, so we're still good.
Oh, impressive work, Granny Eatsley. If I'd known you were on the case already, I might have reconsidered whether your tribe really needed reinforcements.
If anyone should be reconsidering, it's the Abyss Order. They picked the wrong target this time.
Experience says that if we head in the direction they were attacking from, we should find their stronghold. Why don't we press our advantage and destroy their base? They won't know it hit them.
Hey, was there a battle here just now? Need any?
The warriors from the Masters of the Nightwind are here!
The battle against the Abyss is still fresh on our minds, so everyone's used to working together. Well, morale's high and everyone's here. Let's go take down that stronghold! Odds revealed by... Let's cut to the chase!
Steady as stone. As a good knight should.
Nice and spiced by royal decree! Hey! Forward! Crush them!
It's nice that they give us healing along the way in this chapter. Let's see, dark light candlesticks created by believers in the Abyss and Chaos will constantly absorb nearby characters' elemental energy and convert it to void orbs. Destroy these wards as quickly as possible to retrieve the converted.
What is that thing? It's like it's draining the strength right from my body. Find a way to destroy it!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Don't blink! With sword comes shadow. The Abyss Order's resistance is faltering. Now's our chance!
Leave it all to me.
By royal decree, incoming.
It was my honor to serve you.
I will not quietly.
Leave us alone.
Get no! I ruined everything.
You two! Time to end them! How dare you!
Let's see. We really need to heal.
Sorry. I must leave no stone unturned.
Mein Fräulein, should you fall,
I am a disgrace to the...
Apparently I've got to revive. Okay, so gotta deal with this. Alright. Now that we're fully healed,
Leave it all to me.
Odds revealed by get to work! Incoming! With sword comes shadow.
Steady as stone.
By royal decree, speed of light. Nowhere to hide. Nice and spicy. Don't blink. Warrior, attack! After them!
There we go. Alright. Yeah, and only one thing. That's annoying.
Speed of light.
Come on.
It was my honor to serve you.
Lolene, eat Papa! Get him!
Odds revealed.
The ball's here. Time to show you what happens when you mess with the Masters of the Night Wind.
Resist the abyss and pay the price!
That really hurt.
By royal decree. With sword comes shadow.
It's you time! The world will fall!
Odds revealed by
The end!
don't blink. Hey! Nowhere to hide.
Suffer the wrath of Ainsley! Fulfill our path!
Wings of darkness. Come. Speed of light.
Will
This stronghold is neutralized. Good work, everyone.
That was tough too.
The Abyss Order's all bark and no bite.
To be honest, this was anticlimactic. I was hoping for a personal apology at the very least. And ideally, a whole speech acknowledging the superior might of the Masters of the Night Wind.
Sure are confident there, Sit Lolly.
Whatever. I'll just have to make up for it with some extra wine at the victory feast.
With the stronghold cleared, this area should be safe for the time being. But still, something tells me we can't afford to let our guard down yet. Maybe it's just me, but an enemy under siege normally defends their stronghold at all costs. The fighting gets more and more intense right till the bitter end.
Yes, I agree. And let me check on the controller again. I don't want to get too far if I have to charge it. Alright. Good. We're still good.
But this time was different. With a few exceptions, most of the enemies here gave up and fled the moment that... well, I don't know, but it seemed like they sensed something.
Huh? Not sure I follow. They did a tactical retreat, that's all. It's just a different strategy.
I'm not convinced. Don't forget, they're radicals who chose to wage war on an entire nation. They don't do things in half measures. It seems out of character to cut their losses and run like that.
So you're saying there's more to this than meets the eye?
I'm saying we don't know enough to be sure of anything at this stage. So let's stay alert and keep our defenses at the ready.
so we're no wiser as to the Abyss Order's objective. Back to square one. If I could only get Aether to talk to me, I could get answers for all of us. I'm heading back to the Collective of Plenty. That he is our only lead so far. So we're gonna do that.
Paimon had a hunch you might say that. But you're right. If we can somehow use that key to track down your sibling, maybe we can end this war before things get serious. And maybe you can finally get some answers.
Wait, you're leaving? But I was still debating whether to invite you to the first victory feast.
Go ahead, you two. See, Lolly and I will take care of things here.
Alright. Take care of that thing here. Okay. So up there, huh? But we need to hill up, so let's go here. Alright, now to here. But I'm surprised that they put me right back here quickly enough. Because usually we have to teleport or walk around to do a lot of this.
And we're back where we started. That Hilichurl probably found the key nearby, right? Let's look around for clues. There's no time to waste. The Ansan and Lolly are waiting for us. Ugh! We've scoured the entire area, but still nothing. How the heck did the key end up in that Hilichurl's hands? Are we supposed to believe that it just fell out of your brother's pocket as he passed by? Seems kind of ludicrous to lose something so important in such a dumb way. But then again, who knows? Sometimes in life, things just go missing and that's that.
Oh, thank goodness! Someone's here. Please help me.
Huh? Who are you? What happened?
What the?
No, now isn't the time.
This is kind of a surprising development here. How they look at each other like that. I wonder what's going on.
Please, you've got to help me. I'm being chased by monsters and I can't keep running. Can you do something?
Like, could it be that she's Conrian and that has us there? Or is there something else going on? That's kind of what's going through my mind. So you've come to the right person. But where are these monsters you speak of? Okay, they go together, so we're just gonna do that.
Paimon doesn't see any monsters behind you.
Huh? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. They're almost here. This really isn't the time to be joking around.
We're not. We're completely serious. We don't see any monsters.
But how? Ugh, there's no time. They're coming. We gotta run.
But I don't really see anything. Where do you intend to run to? These are a bit different and don't go into each other. But since she ran off, I'm gonna say this
What's
one.
wrong with that girl? She must be seeing things.
Let's see. Hello there. How are you doing? I want to say that's supposed to be pronounced sketch. Am I right? But how are you doing? Because I'm doing pretty good today. And if you feel like it, be sure to answer today's question of the day. It should be pinned where you're watching this. I'm glad. Did you play it? That's good. And I'm glad you're doing okay. Did you play this during the beta? Because this story wasn't available any earlier than last night, at least in my time zone.
Oh no! It looks like something really hit her. Maybe she was right.
Or maybe she just fell, but we don't know what's going on.
Quick, let's see if she's okay.
Oh, nice. I figured that you played the Archon quest because you said it was good. Oh. I see. But I'm glad that you said you enjoyed this one. It makes me look forward to what's about to come. Is I want to say, the last one in Sumer where the Loom of Fate was completed, it's the circles that I've been in, they don't seem to be that impressed with it. So hopefully this is an improvement over that.
What's wrong? Are you hurt? What was that?
The monsters! They're right there! You need to get out of here, it's too dangerous!
Let me help you up first. Ooh, it is, huh? So we'll finally get some answers about that. Maybe more. But I shouldn't be too surprised because the Loom of Fate was completed. So let me help you up first. Huh? Let's see. Oh, these guys, huh? Suddenly I can see them.
Huh? Oh, now you finally see them. Well, it's about time. I nearly kicked the bucket just now.
I'm sorry, I'll take care of them now. They'll be dead before you know it.
Savior?
Savior?
That's kind of weird.
By royal decree, incoming.
Ooh. Nice. I kind of heard that he was playable, but I'm guessing that he's a trial character because he can't pull for me yet.
Get them!
Someone needs assistance.
There you are.
You done? Paimon still can't see anything, so she can't tell. It just looked like you were slicing at thin air. Kind of funny, actually.
See, I don't know what's going on either, but I could see them once I held her hand. Ah, I see. That's good to know. That makes me excited to check it out, then, especially if I can't switch to him like a normal trial character. Let's see, I don't know what's going on either, but I could see them once I held her hand. These go together, so we'll just do the top.
Oh, really?
Let's try it once more.
Sure.
One more time. What's wrong?
It's nothing. It's okay. I can see they're all gone now. No need for you to check.
I see. I'm alright without the spoilers. I kind of want to figure out what's going on, but thanks for the warning. Oh. Well, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, it's kind of not gonna be like that, I figured, because it's a lot of times magical or supernatural that the explanation goes by, so be hard when schizophrenia wouldn't be the first thing in my mind. Let's see. It's nothing, it's okay, I can see them. They're all gone now. No need for you to check.
I didn't think much of it when the monsters were breathing down our necks, but now that I've calmed down, holding hands with you like this, I'm just a little shy, that's all.
Oh, didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Huh? Have you never shaken hands with someone before? You sure get flustered easily.
Well, anyway, I haven't had the chance to introduce myself yet. I'm Deirdith. Thanks for, saving me just now. I'm really—
No worries. Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler. With her around, you'll be safe from any monsters. As long as they're visible.
If it's the same as the Abyss sibling, then I'm wondering if this will come up when we finally get to Sea of Flowers. Let's see, no worries, Paimon, and it's Paimon, this is Tomasos. With her around, you'll be safe from any monsters as long as they're visible.
What was the deal with those monsters just now, anyway?
Your guess is as good as mine. I could see them the whole time, so when you said you couldn't, I thought you were making fun of me.
Whoa! That must have been scary. The idea that we'd stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters?
See, that would have made us more monstrous than the monsters. I never do something so horrendous. I'll do top one.
Don't worry, we aren't like that. When we say we can't see something, it's because we really can't see it.
Oh, I managed to pull her last night myself too, because I typically get in and claim the PlayStation Plus bonus as soon as I can, and as well as all the other things. And I knew that Skirk was coming, so I just upped my chances to get her, and then just pulled until I got her, like last night. So I have her, but I haven't built her, and it's probably going to be a while before I build her, since I am working on the Scoffier at the moment. Let's see. Don't worry, we aren't like that. When we say we can't see something, it's because we really can't see it.
More importantly, did the monsters hurt you? How bad is it?
It's nothing serious. But I did sprain my ankle back there. I won't be doing any more running for a while.
Let's see. There's a cave nearby. Why don't we rest there for now?
Good idea. We'll take you.
Thank you so much. Despite getting injured, I still feel much safer with you around. I'm gonna stay here until I heal up. Don't want to risk running into any more monsters.
Yeah, you already took a big enough risk coming out here all on your own. So, where are you from, Deirdith?
Are you from beyond Tevat like we are?
A small village, far away from here. I walked for what seemed like forever and lost my way, so... yeah, I have no idea where I am anymore. Maybe all these trials and tribulations are part of the journey. No one said finding the savior was gonna be easy.
And yet you called us savior.
Huh. That's the second time you called the Traveler a savior. What's all that about?
Oh, sorry. It just slipped out. I was caught off guard. The resemblance is so uncanny.
Wait, what? So she met our sibling, huh?
Anyway, let me start from the beginning.
Yeah. But building her right now for me is kind of a bit hard. What I typically do with my characters is get them up to talent level 6, all of them. It's not always recommended to do that, I know that, but that's typically what I do. And then from 6, I don't build their talents anymore until I can get to talent level 8. And Escoffier's Trounce Domain boss is quite hard to get the 6th I need for that. Not to mention you have to deal with the dumb RNG, but Escoffier's boss alone is quite difficult compared to the other Trounces that I've fought. Let's see. Anyway, let me start from the
There was
beginning.
once a sage who passed through my village. People got the sense that she was truly omniscient. The sage said that doomsday was coming. But as that day approached, a savior would reveal themselves to us.
I figured as much, but that's good to know. That's how it usually goes in this, isn't it? Because that's how they've done it from the beginning. They've only, made some blunders a couple of times in the early game, though, where it was, the wrong pronoun or whatever, so referring to the other sibling.
The day of disaster is almost upon us, so my grandmother begged me to leave the village and find the savior before it's too late.
Doomsday?
I've heard people talk about the savior since I was a kid. Growing up, it really made an impression on me. The description is practically etched into my mind. So when I saw your golden hair for the first time, it was like this image that's existed in my mind's eye all these years suddenly came to life. Everything matched.
Oh, so that's why you were lost for words when you first saw her. Well, the Traveler's definitely got what it takes to be a savior, and she's already got a ton of titles, so she won't mind one extra.
Actually, I don't think it's her.
What? But didn't you say that everything matched?
I think it's okay. Her previous one was kind of annoying. The thing in more ways than one. Paimon's dialogue is still kind of annoying to me, but her voice itself doesn't really sound as annoying, if you get what I mean. Her voice alone previously just made me want to slug her.
Everything except the gender. The savior was described as a young man.
Oh, for goodness sake. There are gender requirements to be a savior? Really?
No, Paimon. Let's see, I think I know who it is. There's someone out there who matches all the requirements. Let's see. We'll try and be vague here and do the top.
Of course. If it's not you, then it's gotta be him.
Who? Who is it?
My brother.
You have a brother? Well, then that's it. Oh, it's him. It has to be. Oh, thank goodness. Please, can you take me to see him?
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe, if you're lucky. It just depends if we can find him.
Huh? But isn't he your brother?
We don't know where he is, lady. And I'm gonna check my controller again. I just want to be safe to make sure that I don't have to get interrupted due to a charge. And it looks like I'm still good.
Looks like Paimon steered this conversation back to the fallout between you two. It wasn't on purpose, but that's the reality, so it's hard to avoid.
Okay, fair enough. But since you're looking for him anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance if we work together.
Have you always believed the doomsday will come? Have you always believed that the savior will come? Both good questions. Yeah, I have heard a lot of guff about her going on, but I mainly just, like, stayed away from looking at the drama too much. Like, I've heard of it, but I stayed away from it because I just want to enjoy the game here. That's all that is important to me. I don't need to know the behind the scenes stuff. Let's see, but these are both good questions, and I wish that we could ask them both, but we'll see what happens. We're gonna go with the top one, and maybe they'll let me do the bottom. Let's see what goes on.
Yes, everyone says that the disaster is inevitable. But the Savior will rescue us all from our pain and suffering. I've always dreamed of meeting the Savior.
Do you really buy this whole doomsday thing? Seems kinda far-fetched.
Well, of course, Paimon. It sounds like a lot of doomsday cults to me. She spoke with conviction. I don't think she's lying. Maybe another lie. It's another lie spread by the Abyss Order. Well, people that I've been around with, they can speak speak strongly of what they believe as if it were true. But when you get to it, you can't really know if it's the truth or not. So that is one thing why I don't want to say that she's lying. Yeah, that is true. In fact, is it the only real change that they do, just like the dialogue a bit? Like, not greatly change the dialogue, since, as you said, it goes the same way, but like just minor changes because of the dialogue. Because that's what I think I remember seeing a lot. But yeah, she just could not know what the truth is or anything. That's how I'm leaning, rather than looming here, wanting to believe that she's telling the truth.
See? She broke eye contact. Sure sign of a guilty conscience. Time to press her for answers.
Just because she's looking away like that, Paimon, doesn't mean that she's guilty.
What's wrong, Deirdis? Something's clearly bothering you. You want to tell us what's going through your mind?
Oh, I just... how should I put it? The Traveler looks just like the savior of my dreams. And it's not every day that the savior of your dreams swoops in and saves the day in your moment of crisis. So I'm just a little overwhelmed, that's all. 3 seconds of unbroken eye contact is the limit. I don't think my mind and body can handle any more than that.
Hey Mira, how are you doing?
What do you mean, limit? What happens after 3 seconds?
Let's see, how am I supposed to respond to that?
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said anything. Let's just leave it there for now. Like I said, I'm going to hide here until I feel well enough to move again.
I'm glad you're doing good. I didn't get too far into the story here, so you should still be able to pick up on the major things. It was just mainly fighting in the beginning. Did you sleep well? Let's see. Like I said, I'm gonna hide here until I feel well enough to move again.
If you manage to find the savior in the meantime, please come and let me know.
That's good.
Thank you.
Are you sure you'll be okay here on your own? Do you have enough to eat?
I'll be fine. I might not be much of a fighter, but I know how to stay hidden. And if I get hungry, I'm sure I'll find something around here. Don't worry about that.
Alright then. Well, take care. Being on your own isn't easy. What a mysterious girl. We should definitely keep an eye on her. But hey, at least she seems to like you. And it sounds like she's gonna help look for your brother when she's healed. Anyway, this is probably all the progress we're gonna make for now. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind and see if they need our help.
Go here. Night Wind. Where's it taking us? Okay, so closer to their place. Let's see, that wasn't up there. But it was down there. So it's probably gonna put us to the path.
Oh, you're back! How did it go? Find anything?
Yeah, we found a mysterious woman that called us our her savior.
Nothing substantial, unfortunately. But we had the weirdest experience.
Oh, you did, huh? And how did that go?
So I take it that the war's still on?
Let's see. No progress, I'm afraid, and yes, unfortunately. So we'll
That's
do
okay.
that.
I just wasn't sure, because things seemed to be at a standstill while you were gone.
Okay, so
The
it's
Abyss Order hasn't attacked
likely
us.
no
And
different.
since we don't know what they're planning, we haven't made a move either. In a word, it's a stalemate. The guards have been keeping watch around the clock, but for everyone else, you wouldn't even know we're at war.
Huh. Really makes you wonder what the Abyss Order's thinking.
Why did you not have any idea of what they were? Like, I can admit that I didn't know what they were at the time, but you can just tell by some people and how they live their life and prefer things. A lot of times I'm mostly towards the introverted side of Skell, though. I see. Well, that's alright to not know. In fact, it's good to learn things. Yeah, I'm mostly towards the introverted side of Skell, and a lot of the creative people are that way too. So, it's not just me, but you wouldn't know them a lot. So that would probably be ambivert, is what I hear. That's kind of the middle ground. But most people kind of fall into that category. There's only some people that are kind of closer to the more extremes of either end. But most people are ambis, which is just, as he described, balance of both sides. Let's see. Really makes you wonder what the Abyss Order's
I was
thinking.
wondering, Traveler, if you have the time, could you go and pay a visit to the guards? They've been working a pretty demanding schedule. I was gonna go see them myself, but I'm sure they'd appreciate a visit from the greatest hero of our time.
Greatest hero?
Oh, but you're a great hero too, Ian-san.
Let's see. Well, since you asked, this is technically my sibling's fault, so are gonna do this one.
Great. Thanks, you two.
Alright. Well, we kind of fought 2 or 3 dragons already.
Wow, Tumaini, our hero. We've actually fought together before. You probably don't remember it though.
Let's see. Of course I do. And yeah, sorry I don't recall. We probably are. Let's see. If I were to be honest, I'd probably choose this one because he seems to have a generic model, but let's be kind to him. But yeah, let's be kind to him and say, of course I do.
Do? Then it's truly an honor to serve alongside you once more.
Thank you for standing guard this whole time.
It's all good. Honestly, it's not been that much work. Haven't heard a peep from the enemy.
Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing that would indicate an impending attack. I've spotted a bunch of Abyss Order operatives, but they weren't acting hostile, just hanging around. There were even moments when they seemed to be meditating. At least, that's what it felt to me. Maybe it's part of their religion or something.
I don't know. He's just a generic NPC model, but he could be. But there's his name on the screen if you want to look it up.
Out of an abundance of caution, I asked some shamans from the tribe to take a look and see if there was anything nefarious at work. But they didn't sense anything untoward, so we just put it down to religious ceremony and left them to it.
Huh. Interesting. Well, the more time they spend meditating, the less time they spend trying to beat us to a pulp.
See, it seems suspicious though. Could this be related to their true objective?
Well, the shamans didn't raise any concerns, so how bad could it be? As far as I'm concerned, so long as they don't pose an active threat, they can do all the cult worship activities they want. Besides, as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for an all-out offensive, there'll be no match for us.
Well, it's funny that he mentions cult activities, because I did kind of talk about that earlier, and how the woman we met seemed like she was part of a cult. Oh, that is kind of strange there. Yeah, just be careful of that. Mira, I don't... I get that. And the caps aren't too much of a problem for me. I just leave it that way for the bot because I've had troubles with trolls, and thankfully the default settings kind of helped me out with that. But yeah, just be careful about it. And I understand that you're frustrated. Let's see. Besides, as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for an all-out offensive, there'll be no match for us.
Sounds like morale is pretty high. Guess there's strength and confidence in numbers. Let's keep going, traveler.
Okay.
Huh? Is that Tumaini? What brings you here? Is this, like, a meet and greet?
No need to be, like that, pal.
I wasn't... I'm so nervous.
We're just ordinary people.
Hey, come on! You'd march to war without so much as blinking. What's so scary about a chat with a traveler, huh?
That's fine, Jason. But I'm glad you showed up. How are you doing? Let's see. Hey, come on, you'd march to war without so much as blinking. What's so scary about a chat with Tomaso, huh?
It's not the same thing at all. There are plenty of chances to go to war. But a one-on-one chat with our great hero? That could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Well, sure, we may... Yep, I'm glad to be back, too. The one that we're talking to, Mira, on screen? Let's see. Oh. Well, probably not. He doesn't have a hat in there, but the guy back there just is someone else. Again, they have kind of generic models, so it's hard to tell. You'll have to go back for the VOD. Oh. Well, the VOD will be available for you to check out. Yep. Oh well, the VOD will be available for you to check out later. Let's see. It's not the same thing at all. At all. They're probably... Thanks, Jason. And I hope your headache goes away. Yeah, let me get back on track here. Let's see, it's not the same thing at all. There are plenty of chances to go to war, but a one-on-one... I don't know what you mean. Yes, he's over on YouTube. He's got a Twitch channel, too, but he typically watches over on YouTube. See, it's not the same at all. There are plenty of chance. And Mira said hi, Jason. It's not the same thing at all. I just did. Let's see, now back to this. It's not... Okay, let's see, it's not the same thing at all. There are plenty of chances to go to war, but a one-on-one chat with our great hero, that could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
How can I not be nervous? What if I say something wrong? Or if my posture's bad? Or if I accidentally make a weird expression with my face? One bad impression can stick for life.
You make me want to slug you in the face right now. There's no need to be this nervous. Sure, my guy is canonically god tier, but come on. We're just ordinary people right now.
No one's here to judge you on your posture or your facial expressions. Relax.
All right then. I'm sorry, great hero, but I have a small favor to ask.
Let Paimon guess. An autograph, right? That's easy.
May I challenge you to a fight?
What, you want a butt kicking right now?
What? How can you be so audacious and so sheepish at the same time? Huh. Paimon's starting to think your nervousness is all just an act.
Well, that's what I hope it is, Paimon.
No, of course not. I just figured that if I don't ask now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. But I am still on patrol, so please, great Paimon, if you wouldn't mind taking over for me for just a few minutes?
Ugh, again with the sheepish audacity. Just pick one or the other, will you?
See, I think it's a fair request. What are you waiting for? Bring it on. So we can't get out of this, huh? And we'll just say I think it's a fair request. Yeah, she is. I noted that earlier in the stream when it first came up. So this is her new VA. Someone came along and asked me what I thought of her, and I would say that she's less annoying than her old VA. Like, Paimon's dialogue and such, and the way she says it can still be annoying, but her voice itself, it's not as annoying here as it was before.
Obviously, I never expected to win, but until now, I didn't appreciate just how great the gulf was between us.
Well, we have a lot of fighting experience.
I'll be bragging about the day I got to spar with Tumaini for the rest of my life. Today's really my lucky day.
Oh, Paimon can't keep up with you. Your tone has changed all over again. Now you've had a spar with the Traveler. What gives?
Well, some people connect through conversation, but we warriors bond by sparring. And now that I've had a bout with the hero, we're no longer strangers. Nothing to be nervous about anymore.
Okay. Well, to each their own. But Paimon's still gonna stick to conversation.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Not at all. We haven't spotted any new enemy movements.
As Paimon expected, nothing here either. Let's do another lap and get back to Ian-san.
Let's...
You're back. So, did the guards find anything?
I'm gonna check my controller's battery again. These have good battery life, I just want to be on the safe side. Alright, looks like I need to charge this controller, and I possibly need a break for a drink in the bathroom, so I am going to go over to the BRB screen and do that. You guys do the same, and if you haven't had the chance to answer today's question of the day, do so. If you don't see it, the command that should be in the stream title while I'm live will bring it up, or if you're on YouTube, it should be pinned. And with that, be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let me get the controller registered, and then I'll switch scenes. And here we are. Hopefully that didn't take long. Alright. Let's see, so you're back. Did the guards find anything?
Nothing much, no. Someone mentioned that the Abyss Order has been doing some kind of meditation or prayer, but apparently it seemed harmless. Paimon wants to lodge a complaint about one of the guards, though. His name's Kentalo.
Ignore Paimon. He wasn't a problem.
Traveler? You're back already? And no one thought to wake me up, huh?
In fairness, you look pretty hungover. Can't imagine anyone wanting to wake you up in that state.
I'll have you know I'm perfectly sober when I'm hungover. Okay. I'll admit that sounds strange at face value, but regardless, what I meant to say is, I heard something about the Abyss Order engaging in meditation.
Yeah, that's right. Does that mean anything to you, Siglali?
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still, it's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
Oh. So even someone as familiar with the ley lines as you can't tell what's going on. No wonder the shamans that Satura called to the front lines couldn't sense anything.
Ian-san, I think we should go talk to the chiefs. There's no point dragging this out. We need to take the initiative and drive the Abyss Order out of Natlan for good.
If that's the Council of Granny Eatsley, I'm sure the chiefs will agree. But it will still take us some time to gather the required force. In war, adequate planning and preparation is the key to victory.
Sure, but the finer details aren't my concern. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Just remember to come find me when you're ready to talk to the chiefs.
Actually, since you're here, Sitlali, I might as well ask one more question.
Oh? Sure, what is it?
Have you ever heard of monsters that are only visible to certain people?
Huh, you mean only select individuals can see them? Now that's a strange one. I guess they could be manifestations of a disturbed psyche? Or extreme negativity embodied in physical form?
See, those are both mental, but I hear that it's not the case, and I'm not surprised about that. Which is why I don't take the side of thinking that that's what's going on with them.
It could also be a simple case of dead monsters whose souls got stuck here somehow. Well, I say simple. Things quickly get confusing when you start looking into monster souls. For starters, trying to figure out which classification system to use is a real pain in the...
Alright, we get it. Granny Eatsley's learning and wisdom knows no bounds. But could we just get the short answer?
Hey, I was just thinking out loud. You really think I was just trying to flaunt my knowledge? Anyway, the short answer is... there are many potential explanations for the kind of phenomenon you describe. That said, it's not something I've ever encountered in all my years.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, if Granny Eatsley's never seen it, it might as well not exist, right?
Hey, I'm not that old!
I agree, it's hard to say what it was for sure.
Care to elaborate on what happened? This all sounds rather mysterious.
You tell the two about what happened.
Really? You had to hold her hand to see the monsters? That sounds a little contrived.
Yes, I agree.
Huh? That's the part that bothers you?
Maybe the point is more that it requires direct physical contact, whether that be hand-holding or otherwise. But that's neither here nor there. What bothers me is, it sounds like she's convinced that your sibling, the leader of the Abyss Order, is a savior. That really makes me question whose side this girl is on, and whether what she told you about her background is actually the truth.
Well, we don't know what's going on, and we also don't know what the true motivations of the Abyss Order are. We just know that they're against Celestia like the Fatui are.
Sorry if that comes across as paranoid. It's just hard not to be suspicious of everything when we're in the middle of a war.
Actually, Paimon feels like you make a fair point.
Whoever this girl is, she sounds like bad news.
Okay, well, you're clearly just jumping to conclusions.
See, do you think she's a spy? Do you think she's some kind of weapon? Both good answers, but it's more likely that she's a spy, if any of them.
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady all by herself, lost in the middle of nowhere, sees monsters that no one else can, calls the leader of the Abyss Order her savior. At the very least, we should remain vigilant. Keep a close watch on her.
Sounds sensible. On that note, we probably shouldn't have left her by herself in that cave.
Traveler, we still need some time to muster our forces. Maybe you could check on her if you're not busy. Just be careful.
Might as well, she seems to trust me after all, happy to, although I doubt she means us any harm. I'm gonna say the top
It's
one.
settled then. Let's go check on her.
Alright. Back to the cave. Yeah, does seem kind of puzzling that there's not really too much choice. I can see if here's gonna get me a bit easier though. This way. Yeah, it seems that this waypoint's gonna be the easiest. Without all the climbing. Like, there is still some climbing involved. But not quite as much as from the statue, that's for sure.
Here we are. Deardith will still be here, right?
We don't know, Paimon, but that's good you asked.
Quiet, though. Uh-oh. What if Yansan was right? Maybe she never intended to stay here at all.
Let's stay quiet and move in carefully. Ah, she's still there.
Watch out!
Shoot, maybe Dain really is a...
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was you. I heard a noise and I thought it was the monsters coming to get me. Oh, did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
If I thought it would hurt, I would have tried to dodge, and somehow it still hurt less than I expected.
Phew. That was scary. Paimon thought we'd walked into a trap. Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it. Then you would have known we weren't monsters.
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that any second, the monsters are gonna come back and get me. And it's not like I can run from them. There's also no way to cook here. It's good you got back when you did. Another hour and a half and you probably would have found me starved to death.
What? How long have you gone without food and that?
That's weirdly precise. Though, it does explain why your attack on the Traveler was so weak. Wait, if you really thought you were gonna starve or get killed by monsters, why'd you promise that you'd be okay here on your own?
I just didn't want to lose face in front of my hero. She already saved my life once. That's more than enough. I just don't want to come across as a constant burden.
Huh. For someone on the brink of starvation, you're pretty preoccupied with your image. What's the real reason?
What? That is the real reason. I'm kind of bearing my soul here, you know?
Could she really just be an injured civilian?
Anyway, so, could you make me some food now?
Let's see, you're unbelievable. Sure, I know. Just the recipe only takes an hour and a half.
Oh, Paimon's getting hungry now, too. Go on, then. You can join us for dinner.
Whew. I am so full. Thanks for saving me, again. Starvation feels like a distant memory now.
Well, the funny thing is, typically a lot of the time, at least from what I've read, when you're facing starvation or dehydration to the point where you think that your life may be in danger, after a while, your body will no longer feel hunger. You'll probably feel the pain as the time has come and that, but you won't feel hunger pangs and that. So let's see. No trouble at all. That's 2 favors you owe me now. Hope you're keeping count. Second one seems mean, so I'm just gonna say no trouble at all.
You can really pack it away, Deardith. Guess that explains how you had the energy to make it this far.
I tried so hard to hold back, but it looks like I still came across like a total glutton.
Paimon didn't even realize how late it is. Hey, the night sky here is really pretty.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to you both that I'm able to relax and enjoy it. I was cooped up in that cave the whole time you were gone. Now, I'm finally out. The air seems fresher, and the stars more beautiful than ever before.
You weren't in there that long.
See, but she thought she was gonna starve to death. Time probably passed unbearably slowly. Let's see. I'm probably gonna say that.
When I was young, I used to lie on the roof of my house, gazing up at the stars. And often, my mind would drift to this question. Is this starry sky actually real?
So we encounter someone like that, huh? But I guess they're gonna finally talk about the fake sky here with them saying that. Wait, why would she think that? Does she know about the false
But my
sky?
grandma would tell me, the answer to that question doesn't really matter. Think of all the people in our village who spend their entire lives here, she'd say. To them, that little village is their whole world. And so, if it's our destiny to live beneath this sky all our lives, then whatever may or may not lie beyond, this is our world. And that sky is real to us.
Paimon kinda gets you, but also not really. Is it kind of like how journeying with the Traveler is everything to Paimon right now?
See, that seems kind of right, but also not really.
I really treasured my world for a really long time. The village was my everything. The houses, the scenery, stories I always loved to hear about the Savior. But I could never bring myself to agree with Grandma. Even if the village was my entire world, I still had to know what lay outside its borders.
Yeah! Go you!
So, I finally ventured out. and set off on my journey to find the Savior. I'm going to make my world bigger, one step at a time. And I'm not going to stop until I've seen what's beyond the stars. Maybe then, I'll finally get an answer to the question I had as a child.
Beyond the stars.
Maybe one day, I'll be sitting and chatting just like we are now, but with someone from another world.
Except we are from another world.
Yeah, one day. Oh, if only we could tell her. But it's probably best not to open that can of worms right now.
I need to find the Savior and protect my world. Then, I can make sure it continues to grow. That's the most worthwhile thing I could think of doing. So I've been giving it everything I've got.
You know what? That's pretty cool. Paimon kinda wants to root for you now.
Oh, sorry. I got a little carried away. I always get chatty after a hearty meal. Just like my grandma.
The more we chat, the more convinced I am that she's not a bad person. And it doesn't sound like she's been brainwashed by the Abyss Order. Maybe we can afford to trust her.
Hold on. Shh. It's them. The monsters are back.
Still can't see anything.
Where? Oh, still invisible, huh?
In that case, guess we gotta try that trick again.
Can you see them now?
Rift Hounds again, huh? Yeah, stay back, I'll handle them.
Oh, Paimon still can't see anything. But please, be careful.
Why the power of Geo there? A lot of the times our Traveler has the same element that we last had him at.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Okay.
Nice and spicy.
Okay.
Incoming.
With sword comes shadow.
Eat this!
There we go.
Race you out of the frying pan. Odds revealed. Hey!
Nowhere to hide.
Booba, get them!
But canonically, our Traveler should likely just be able to switch at will.
Stone, time to clean up. Out of the frying pan.
By royal decree.
Don't blink.
Hey, OC, how are you doing? I'm in the middle of a fight right now.
Nice and spicy.
Otherwise, I'd shout you out.
Speed of light.
But I hope you're doing well. Come on, there you are.
Odds revealed. Leave it all to me.
Night Phantasmal.
Don't blink! Cut to the chase!
Huh? Wow, that was fast. Did you get all of them?
Alright, looks like I got a position where I can do it. So hold on. Alright, let's see. This is control. There you go. There you go. Oh, see, there's your shout out. But I hope you're doing good. Let's see. And I should probably bring up this part too. Okay, good. Let's see. Oh, wow, that was fast. Did you get all of them?
Paimon's slowly but surely getting used to the sight of you fighting thin air. You doing alright, Deirdith? Deirdith? Hey, it's okay. There's nothing to be scared of anymore.
Oh, I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment.
You spaced out? That's a pretty bold move under the circumstances.
I was just... the image of the Traveler fighting to protect me. I was trying to commit it to memory. Seems like the least I can do.
Alright. Whatever floats your boat.
Anyway, there are no more monsters in the area, and it's getting late. Why don't you stay here tonight?
Sounds reasonable to Paimon. What do you think, Traveler?
See, I'm personally satisfied with that Deirdith isn't a threat, right? But it can't hurt to monitor for another night.
Alright. Deirdith will be... Huh? Deirdith? Why are you going in alone?
See, as you stare at the hibernation chamber, I didn't catch that, so if you guys want to read that stuff, it'll have to be when it's a VOD. And if you guys are watching this as a VOD, speaking of, then you should be able to answer the question of the day over in the comments when that comes. Let's see, this is the Night Kingdom. Our sibling, huh? Sea of flowers. The flower to fall. Aether and the Lord of the Night. My head, it hurts. My headache, it's gone. I think I hear a voice in the darkness.
Doomsday. A fitting name indeed. A blood-red sky. Wild beasts that slaughter all in sight. Endless pain. A terrible curse that cannot be reversed. And the birth of a savior.
So I guess we get the vision, huh? That dream I just had. It was probably because of that.
You're awake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to,
Was she holding my hand?
You just look quite distressed, like you were having a nightmare. I thought if I took your hand into mine, you might find it soothing. At least, that's what my family always did when I had nightmares. But it didn't seem to work on you. In fact, I think I made it even worse. I'm so sorry.
Oh, is that right? You better not be trying to pull a fast one on the Traveler.
What? Don't be so... I have more self-control than that.
Self-control? What does that have to do with it?
I still can't remember anything. What did I see in my dream just now? I think I saw Aether in the Night Kingdom at the very start of the dream, but I can't remember what happened next. Never mind, if the memory is gone, I can't force myself to remember it. I'm gonna go back to sleep. We can catch up tomorrow morning.
Ugh. No way is Paimon getting back to sleep after this. You go ahead. But for the rest of the night, Paimon is staying up to keep an eye on this young lady.
Oh, do I really seem that shady to you?
Well, Deirdith, there should be enough food for 3 days. Make sure you eat the perishable stuff first, so nothing goes to waste. You can't tell which stuff is perishable, right?
Yeah, I can tell from the ingredients. Thank you so much for making all of this for me. 3 days will definitely be enough time for my ankle to heal. Then I'll continue on my journey to find the Savior.
All right, then we'll be off. Bye for now, Deirdith.
See you? Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again?
We'll cross paths, I'm sure.
Oh, I mean, what if I find your sibling? How am I supposed to let you know?
Ah, that's a good point. We share the same goal, but we're constantly on the road, so we've got no fixed address. How about this? When the time comes, you can just write a letter to Mawika. She'll be able to find us for sure.
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
Hold on, I think I see something over there.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here! But it doesn't look like they're marching to war. More like they're running away?
Where? What are you talking about?
A bunch of Abyss Order thugs! You don't see them? They're heading right this way!
Wait a second.
That's strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monsters.
I bet the tried and tested method will allow you to see them.
You're right! I see them now. You weren't joking after all. So this is what it's like.
But this is definitely getting me interested here. And how the mystery is. Because she can't see what's real. But she can see, like, what's in thin air. And that's definitely not how a lot of the hallucinating kind of mental health stuff takes effect, at least that I know of. Don't quote me on that since I'm not a professional in it, but generally from what I've seen of how writing is and such, that's pretty much how it is. Is people with mental issues will pretty much seeing both what's real in front of them as well as what they're hallucinating in that. They just don't know that what they're seeing is hallucinations.
What a weird situation. What is making these monsters invisible? Is it Deirdith? Or the monsters themselves? Well, might as well mow these ones down, just so they can't pose a threat to the tribes.
But I did get a hint earlier, it's these flowers associated with the Sea of Flowers. So we'll see what goes on with them and how they work. I just don't know how to piece it together, that little hint.
Woohoo! All done! Their morale seems super low. Guess they really were on the run, huh?
So there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around this. Why couldn't I see them until you took my hand?
Believe me, I'm as baffled as you are. The plot thickens. Turns out there are also monsters which I can say he but Daredeth can't.
So, any ideas on why those monsters might have been running away? Maybe something went down on the front line. Oh, Paimon's getting a little worried about Eon-san and the others. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind right away. We gotta go. Bye for now, Deirdith.
See ya, and please take care.
But yeah, things have definitely gotten interesting here. Not too sure about you guys. Now, let's see. Okay, so it's over here. Their little thing. So, that one.
Hey, Yansan! We're back! We ran into quite a big group from the Abyss Order just now. Has something happened at the front?
The front line has collapsed.
Huh? But how?
Now this is kind of intriguing. If the front line collapsed, why is the Abyss Order in retreat? It's kind of interesting what they're doing here. See, did the Abyss Order send in reinforcements? I doubt that. Did they deploy some kind of secret weapon? About the same thing here. So let's say reinforcements.
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed, not ours.
Okay.
Feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start. But this is good news, right? Why'd you still look so serious?
Did we finally launch an attack? Did we unleash the Pyro Archon's might on them? I don't think we did the latter, but let's ask about the attack.
No, we're still mustering troops, nowhere near ready to go on the offensive. So at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened out there. But just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on the scene. He watched the enemy lines crumble in real time.
What did he see?
One person. Just a single individual. They stormed the enemy lines and attacked with a vengeance, cutting them down like paper dolls.
This must be where Dain comes in.
They wielded an unknown power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized. The guard who relayed this to me said that before he even had time to react, the enemy was decimated.
Let's see, alright, I got it. I think I know what happened.
I'm only recounting what I heard, and I'm sure the guard in question must be exaggerating to some extent. But still, we have to identify this person.
This person's probably Dain, since we all know that he's gonna show up.
And assuming they're a neutral party, we'll need to figure out how to engage with them. Clearly they're a force to be reckoned with, so we don't want to come across as too weak or too hostile. It's quite a diplomatic conundrum.
You don't need to sweat it, Ian-san. From your description, we're already pretty confident that we know this person. Honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about time he showed up.
Yeah, who else could it be? Never misses an occasion like this. I feel like saying this.
Dainsleif.
Alright. Now, let's go. Alright. So back here. Actually, let's heal up before we go that way, because we do need to heal. Okay, there we go. I'm glad they're not making us fast forward time as much in this chapter. Let's see, Were you waiting for me?
It's been a while, Dain. And yeah, after we heard what went down, we figured you'd shown up. You caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, this is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Ian-san. She insisted on coming here to thank you in person.
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsleif. Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Natlan is fortunate to share a common enemy with such a mighty warrior as yourself.
Oh my gosh, Yan-san. see. No need to thank me, I hunt the Abyss Order for my own reasons.
Please don't mind him, Yan-san. He always talks like that, but he's a pretty nice guy deep down.
It's quite alright. Uezo Janssen respects those of great power. It's quite clear that he meant no offense, and I am still delighted to make his acquaintance. Anyway, since you're old friends, I'll leave you to catch up for now. Take your time.
Sure thing. You probably have plenty of other stuff to do anyway, right? Since this war isn't exactly over. See you later, Yan-san! Hey, Dain! Would it have killed you to be a little more polite? She's our friend!
Let's see. Yan-san, yes. I will remember the name, but I will not invest more emotion than is necessary when dealing with the citizens of the Seven. It is a matter of principle for me. Fine, since you helped break the stalemate, we'll let you off the hook. And then fine, since Yan-san wasn't offended, we'll let you off the hook. Different ways to say the same thing, but we'll do that.
So stubborn! But, whatever. So anyway, Dain, do you have any new info about the Abyss Order for us? Any idea what they're trying to achieve with this war, for example?
That's definitely what I want to know, Paimon. Let's see, never before have I seen the Abyss Order take action on such a large scale. Taken at face value, it seems highly logical. In a war with the Natlanese, the odds are stacked firmly against them. They surely cannot be unaware of this. Their true goal must be a deeper one.
We thought so too! But it sounds like you're no closer to learning what that goal is than we are.
Let's see, I've been on the case for some time, even captured and interrogated several Abyss Order members. Yet still I'm none the wiser. I can only assume they have gone to great lengths to keep their real operations a secret. I have a bad feeling about this. The Abyss Order is wasting a lot of its forces attacking Natlands, so whatever they stand to gain must hold enormous value to them.
What do you think we should do?
Since we lack actionable intelligence for now, we might as well continue to focus on the fighting. Leave them to their secret plots. If they're so willing to sacrifice manpower for it, I intend to make that sacrifice greater and more painful than they could ever have anticipated. If we use this opportunity correctly, I believe we can eliminate the vast majority of the Abyss Order's forces. They'll never be able to mount such a large campaign ever again. That outcome is well worth our time, and the sooner we can do that, the better. That's right, the ideal scenario would be to destroy them before they can reach their goal.
Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like making mincemeat out of the Abyss Order, right?
Right.
Wow! Okay. A rare, candid response from Dain.
Sounds like Dain's one-man attack on the enemy front has put him in a good mood. What about you? Any news to share from your end?
Well, actually, we found her brother's hibernation chamber key near the Collective of Plenty. He must have lost it.
So he's here in person. Unsurprising given the scale of this operation.
And there's more! After finding the key, we also ran into this weird girl. She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see, and then, this other time, we saw a load of monsters, but she couldn't. She also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this Savior matched the Traveler pretty closely, so we figured it's probably her brother.
Hold on, that girl called him the Savior?
Yeah, that's right. Is something the matter, Dain?
The last time I heard that term was before the Cataclysm, and not just that, it referred to your brother then too. But who would still believe in the myth of the Savior when the Cataclysm has already taken place? It makes no sense. That term's been around even before the Cataclysm?
Wait, wasn't her brother called the Prince, though? Where did this Savior thing come from?
Well, when he was first granted the title of prince, the Vinster King and the entire court of Conria set about loudly proclaiming the might that he would bring to the nation. They made it sound as if, with him there, all pain and suffering would be washed away, and the future of Conria would be brighter than anyone could imagine. The Savior was the celebratory title given to the prince by those who believed this rhetoric. Of course, you know how that story ended. In hindsight, the cruel irony is glaring. All that title really stood for was the Vinster King's lust for power.
Sounds like the people of Conria really believed in him.
Is that why Aether is so determined to revive the homeland? Because he thinks he's failed as the Conrian savior? But that certainly doesn't explain everything. There must be other reasons. As for the girl you met, allow me to offer some speculation. I suspect she's descended from pure-blood Conrians, afflicted with the curse of immortality. They must have resettled somewhere remote, cut off from the rest of the world. That would explain how her people retained their ancient beliefs, including the myth of the golden-haired savior.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya, except she grew up somewhere more isolated? Still, that doesn't explain the invisible monster situation.
If she can't provide us with any more valuable intelligence, I suggest we shift our attention back to the Abyss Order.
Also, why don't you stay with us at the Masters of the Night Wind for tonight? You must be tired after all that fighting today.
I will consider it, but we must discuss our next steps first thing tomorrow morning. We can't give the Abyss Order any time to regroup. And here it is. They make us wait until 8 to 10. It's kind of annoying. So... but at least we get this, and we don't have to waste the day.
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
There he is. No, we can't give them that much time.
Is that Dain and Neon-san discussing strategy together? Huh. Looks like they're getting along just fine.
We don't know that for sure.
Morning! What are you guys talking about?
Ah, you're here. I have some good news to share with you. We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. Their intelligence has reported that they've discovered the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan. After their front lines dissolved, the bulk of their forces fell back to that area. It's also where their central command is located. The location? The Cinder City.
Wait, there?
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. Seems like their kind of place. Hey, this is great! This could be our chance to crush the Abyss Order once and for all! And with any luck, maybe we'll find your brother there too!
Yep, our army is almost ready, and we've sent a message to Mawika to let her know the plan. We can't really launch an operation this big without the okay from the Archon.
I beg to differ. This is wasting time. You have the intel you need, so act on it. Every second you delay only increases the Abyss Order's odds of survival. I agree with Dain here, but it makes sense that they need to talk with the leader, because there needs to be good communication about what goes on.
I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsliff. I understand your concern, but an immediate strike is not on the cards for us.
Very well then, I will go there alone. Thank you for the intel,
You're
Leon-san.
gonna go on your own? Come on, be sensible. Just wait a tiny bit longer, and you'll have a whole army going with you.
But he is a one-man army.
It's all right. I support your decision, Mr. Dainsleif.
Huh? Shouldn't you be talking sense into him?
I admire his courage, and I believe he is strong enough to take on the Abyss Order on his own. And even if things don't go to plan, he just needs to bide his time until we arrive with reinforcements. Mr. Dainsleif, I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
Looks like he's waiting for you to say something, Traveler.
Let's see. Allow me to join you, Dainsleif, and alright, fine, I'm coming. I'm gonna do the top one.
For a second there, Paimon actually thought he was gonna brave it alone. And then he called his own bluff.
Okay. Meet up with Dain, huh? Okay, so they're gonna take me to Cinder City. Wait, right at the statue? That's kind of funny. But it's a good thing. Ah, and they're gonna do it like this, huh? Interesting.
Is this the place? The Abyss Order's hideout in Natlan?
All these years, the Abyss Order has managed to either stay hidden or fiercely defend their position. This may be the first chance I've ever had to finally make a serious dent in their forces. Which reminds me, once the fighting starts, I can't promise I'll be able to have your back at a moment's notice. Yep. Unfortunately, he's not voiced this time, Mira. So we can't hear him. Yep. It is kind of downer, but maybe he'll be voiced later on because things are kind of dying down on the drama concerning Genshin from what I'm hearing. But I don't know that for sure that things are gonna get better, at least. Let's see. But if you run into any Abyss-powered mechanisms, feel free to leave them to me. I'll take care of them. And when I can.
It's been so long since we fought with Dain side by side. Paimon's confident we can clear this place out long before Eon-san arrives. And if you get to meet your brother again, even better. Let's go!
Let's see. In this battle, Dain will show you the might of the Twilight Sword. Summon him to clear out obstructions that bar your path. Let's see. The swordsmanship Dain has mastered as the Conrian court guard captain allows him to easily see the weakness in opposing elemental wards. His long war against the Abyss has made him highly cognizant of their weaknesses, allowing him to destroy their void wards. Okay. Okay, I see. So you summon him like that. Let's see. Can I get anything out of this? No. So I'm just gonna go in normally because I don't know what I'll be up against. That would be a good idea. Well, it wouldn't be a bad idea to start them.
I must leave no stone unturned, as a good knight should. I'll catch up. Out of the frying pan. Incoming.
You would, huh? Well, you can as much as you want.
Speed of light.
And if you can't make it, there's always the VOD.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Okay.
Nice and spicy. Hey-ya!
No rest for the wicked.
Incoming.
Ow.
Nowhere to hide.
Oh, maybe. But I'd rather talk to people before adding them like that. Where are you? It says that they're here. Okay. Gotta do this. That sounds good. Darn it. Why does he have to be there? But since they're there... Let's see. Okay, there you go. You're in a better position now.
Nice and spicy.
With sword comes shadow.
Okay. Alright. Now we go here, huh? Alright, that's kind of interesting that they do it like that. Okay.
Don't blink. Hey!
Leave it all to me, as a dutiful maid would.
Out of the frying pan. Oz reveal. Speed of light.
From the act to the near the infernal
Wings of darkness.
Eat this!
Let the flame
I must leave no stone unturned.
time for my coming.
Nice and spicy.
By royal decree. Don't blink. Cut to the chase.
Out of the frying pan. Steady as stone.
Nice and spicy. Oz reveal the incoming. Hey! Nowhere to hide.
Time to clean up.
Booba, get them.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Revelation from on high.
Don't blink.
This is a very different battle from the one we fought with the Ansan. No one's backing down. They're fighting back with everything they have.
Royal decree. Incoming. Got lucky that time.
Hear the truth.
Nice and spicy.
Oz reveal. Don't blink.
The light shine. The gift of grace.
Out the frying pan. Incoming.
Leave it all to me.
The gift
Can't summon him yet, huh?
Hear the truth. With the light shine. The gift of grace.
By royal decree. Steady as stone.
Hear the truth.
Boba, get them!
Peace be with you.
Midnight Phantasma! Don't blink!
With the light
Got lucky that time.
in the name of the truth.
I'll catch up. Someone needs
Shall
assistance.
set you free.
Okay.
The power
Oz, reveal the speed of light. With sword from shadow.
be upon you.
Your toast!
Hear ye the word
Get
of joy. The truth shall set you free. Grace be upon
I must
you.
leave no stone unturned.
Peace and hope find you. Peace and hope
By royal
find
decree.
you.
Don't blink.
Of revelation. The truth shall endure.
Incoming. Cut to the chase. Oz, reveal. Speed of light. Hey! With sword comes shadow. Leave it all to me, as a good knight should. Nice and spicy! By royal decree! One step back, two forward. Steady as stone. Someone needs assistance. Shadow Raven, let go.
Okay. And we'll heal up.
Incoming! Cut to the chase! At the frying pan, Oz, reveal thyself! Got lucky that time. Don't blink! Eat this! Help! By royal decree! Time to clean!
The relentless spectre that haunts us. The abyss is all present. To flee is futile. To resist it, vain.
Speed of light! Hey! Nice and spicy! Oz, reveal the... With sword comes shadow. Leave it all to me. By royal decree, incoming. Cut to the chase.
Grant me new life evermore.
Got lucky.
The world will fall.
Time.
The end. The sun shall rise. once again.
Can't believe that they made me do all that summoning there. Like, it's nice that I get the attack, but come on. Don't make me summon like that. Okay, so... this seems to be the big one, huh?
Twilight Sword Dainslef. Is this really what you want?
It is indeed. I will take every opportunity to hunt you down to the last man.
Where's the Traveler's brother then? Or is this guy supposed to be in charge here?
So, this is a hunt to you. I must say I pity you, Dainslef. The death you dole out so readily to others is a luxury you yourself cannot enjoy. But today, that is the least of your worries. Do you realize that all your years of pursuing us are being rendered utterly meaningless, even as we speak?
Your riddles tire me. The overwhelming advantage is ours, at least for the moment. You know what that means for you. I'd like to see what makes you believe you've already won, or that you can still turn the tide of this
Then
war.
allow me to be frank. As far as we are concerned, our prince has already won by other means.
Probably by the loom of fate.
And I do not merely mean this battle. No. His Highness has achieved something far greater. For today, the Abyss Order's greatest wish has finally been fulfilled.
The Abyss Order's greatest wish? Does that mean...
Our Highness quietly infiltrated the Night Kingdom to exploit that realm's past experience with ley line reconstruction, and then used the Loom of Fate to reweave the ley lines of Conria.
What? He used the Loom of Fate? Wait. Does this mean the attack on the Masters of the Night Wind was all a smokescreen to give him some cover? Oh no. This makes too much sense.
Correct. As of now, our homeland has been revived. And all of my comrades that you have slain, Dainslef, they shall forget the struggles that have beset them these past 500 years, and begin their lives anew in a Conria restored to life.
Wonder what's going on then. Because if that's one of them that we encountered earlier, then things aren't really right. What a load of drivel. Your falsehoods are riddles with flaws. My ears tire of your tedium. Isn't there more to reviving a homeland than just weaving its ley lines?
Right. You still need a few steps after that, such as finding a place to host the ley lines you just re-wove. Plus, if it was really so easy, Moika and the captain would have had a way easier time during the war.
I have one simple question. If Conria has indeed been revived as you claim, then where is it?
Oh, you poor fools. Clinging to delusions, even after the truth has been plainly revealed to you. Think back on the past few days. Have you truly not noticed anything amiss since the start of the war?
Anything amiss? Are there signs that I could have missed?
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still, it's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
I also vaguely remember seeing Aether in the Night Kingdom during the Lord of the Night, facing the Lord of the Night. Wait, that's not all. There were other signs as well. Okay, let's see. This order chose to retreat. Alright, thanks to the lurk. And don't forget that I've got a lurk command that you can use. Let's see, the Abyss Order chose to retreat. The meditation of the Abyss Order's followers. I can't see monsters the same as Darius. Let's see, so this one, I couldn't see the monsters that Darius could see, and she couldn't see the ones I could see. Only the monsters each other's sights after making physical contact. Meditation. According to a guard station near the Masters of the Night, when many members of the Abyss Order were idling around during the lull in the conflict, even settling down to meditate. And then, the Abyss Order retreated when we had attacked their stronghold with Yansan and Sitlali. This isn't their style. No, that couldn't have been a tactical decision. At least I can't see how that was directly connected to the revival of Conria. Okay, this one makes the most sense. Assuming is right, then another possibility arises. Maybe I'm in a different time and space from Daredith. If she sees Conria like Dain suspects, then that means this revived Conria that he speaks of might actually exist, and despite hailing from that separate time and space, Daredith has found a way to communicate with us. Whatever may be going through your mind right now, do not trust it. I urge you not to believe his lies. The notion that Conria has been revived is preposterous. Unless I see it with my own eyes, I refuse to entertain it. This is only one thing that should demand our attention in this instance, and that is silencing this man for good.
Nice and spicy. Oz, reveal.
Give in to the embrace of the abyss.
As a dutiful maid would.
And be baptized.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Hey! With sword comes shadow.
You still not understand. You battled in vain.
Booba, get them.
By royal
Order's mission
speed of light.
has been fulfilled.
Cut to the chase.
But he is making this bad test easier.
Shadow Raven! Incoming! Nowhere to hide.
Race you.
Don't blink!
You battled in vain. The abyss order's
With sword
mission
comes shadow.
has been fulfilled.
You're toast.
My body is
Nice and
failing.
spicy.
Midnight Ninja!
Will not bring shame to the name of the abyss.
Cut to the chase!
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up.
Oz, reveal the speed of light!
Do you still not understand? You battled in vain.
Nowhere to hide.
The abyss order's mission has been fulfilled.
Booba, get them.
Incoming! Hey! Wings of darkness! Cut to the chase!
Right hand.
I summon thee!
not understand. You battled in vain! The Abyss Order's mission has been fulfilled!
That should be all of them, right? So, we've destroyed the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natland, but somehow, that didn't feel satisfying at all. Are you still thinking about what that guy said? You look really worried.
Darius is the only potential lead we have. I think we should at least talk to her about all this. I understand. And you think she might be from the revived Conria, yes? I have said my piece. I doubt Conria could be revived so easily, but if it will give you some peace of mind, you should talk to her and test your theory. I will stay here and do some post-battle cleanup. Perhaps there are some clues left to be found. He let his guard down, huh? I thought your voice and attitude seemed familiar. My mistake, I should have made sure you were dead earlier. The curse of immortality has struck you too then, Hayden.
500 years on, and you still refuse to address me as master. Don't forget, Dainslith. You may be the renowned Twilight Sword, while my arm has grown too feeble to swing a blade. But I taught you everything you know about wielding a blade.
Your arrogance and malice cost you all of my respect long ago.
Be that as it may, under the circumstances, I see no further reason for us to fight. The curse of immortality means neither of us has a way to completely destroy the other.
Speak for yourself. I intend to kill you 100 times over. Wait, he's panting and Dain's not, huh?
Have you finally had enough? You weren't joking then, huh? Never, in all my worst nightmares, have I experienced anything close to the pain of 100 deaths. Surely, there's no point taking out all your hatred on me alone.
That was just for your actions in the Abyss Order. If I took it into account that what you did in Conrad, you'd soon find out how much darker your nightmares can be.
Alright, I believe you. Still, aren't you at least a little tired now? Why don't we sit down, perhaps chat a little?
Why do you want to talk?
What? Not a fan of reminiscing about old times? Well, I suppose you don't have many fond memories to look back on.
I never thought you'd side with the Abyss Order, Hayden. You could have easily blamed the Prince for his betrayal. The Prince's betrayal? This is kind of weird.
Indeed. When the cataclysm first struck, everyone prayed for the Savior to deliver them, but he was nowhere to be found. Yes, we knew that the great abyssal power within him had been divided up, yet we still despaired at his choice to leave us. Still, I believe that everything he's doing now, including his regret over what happened, comes from a genuine place in his heart. And besides, who else can we place our faith in? We are proud Conrians, are we not? I mean, we can hardly turn to the gods.
I suppose you have changed a lot over the past 500 years, otherwise I'd have never expected you to forgive him. Had you been so generous during your time at the Knight Academy as my instructor in Black Serpent blade work, I might not have come to loathe you so much.
Is that so?
All my good deeds were clearly in the spirit of the Academy's code of chivalry, yet I received corporal punishment for being restless and brash. As much as it pains me to bring up his name, even my co-students, Ertologi, was prosecuted for following the spirit of the knighthood. He even lost limbs over it. Ooh, Sertologi, huh? Interesting. We know that he's one of the sinners, but didn't know that about him. There's little point in discussing it now, of course, but all of this was your doing, wasn't it, Hayden? You wore a mask of benevolence as you viciously suppressed the next generation of knights, all to bolster your own position and reputation. What, too cowardly to admit it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dainsleif. I would apologize to you for those actions, truly. But the fact is, I honestly can't remember them anymore. Look at me. Look at what has become of me. Only by the Abyss's grace have I managed to maintain this physical form.
Oh, so we're getting good answers here of what happens to the Conrians. Because we know that they rot despite their immortality. But if they lost physical form, then this is kind of interesting.
But as for the rest, memories, spirit, emotions, personality, they have long become eroded, fragmented beyond recognition. Even if mine was a past steeped in sin or in shame I once longed to hide, I would wish to remember it. Without my history, I fear I will become another person entirely. I would like to apologize for any misdeeds that are mine. So please, tell me everything. Tell me about the Conria we once called home.
No wonder your personality struck me as different. Memories are indeed a crucial part of a person's identity. So, the Conria we once called home. Again, this is probably just gonna go by, so if you want to read it, go back in the VODs and pause it.
You seem to remember much. Could you tell me more about it? About our golden age?
I'm not interested. I have neither the time nor the sympathy.
Is that so? What a pity. But this will be quite sufficient, as long as the loom of fate heard what I could not.
The loom of fate, what have you done? Tell me.
I'm afraid I owe you yet another apology, Dainsleif. You were right. I lied to you earlier. Your wits are too sharp to be fooled by me. The homeland hasn't yet been revived. In fact, even the ley line weaving is not yet complete.
Interesting here. But I wish that they kind of went over to us and had us figure this out instead of having this conversation. This conversation is enlightening and interesting, but mystery-wise, I think it would have been better to cut to us.
Think of ley lines as the collection of memories concerning a given place. To reweave Conria's ley lines as they were 500 years ago, we would somehow need to retrieve almost all the memories of Conria from that age. The loom of fate cannot weave without an abundant supply of memories. And so, we relied on everyone in the Abyss Order to provide what they could. Even though fragments are all that remain in most cases, the more we all share, the more that can be restored.
So the Loom of Fate is running as we speak, and the so-called meditation your members have been performing, its purpose was to apply the Loom of Fate with memories, wasn't it?
Indeed. We are people in exile, stranded 500 years in the future. Will weave our homeland anew and bring the nation of our dreams back into the real world. Ah, what a glorious undertaking!
Except I don't think it'll happen until the end of Shiznaya, because that's when Conrio is revealed to happen. We didn't get a exact time frame, because back in those times it was Shiznaya was chapter 6, and then Conrio was unknown, and Sea of Flowers at the end was epilogue. So it could have been a lot more there. But now with how things are going, it's going to be Nod Cry the next chapter, and then likely Shiznaya is chapter 7, and then they'll still keep it ambiguous of when Conria comes about with a Sea of Flowers, but that's my guess of how things are going to go.
What a shame it had to take this long. After 500 years, most of our memories have faded, and a world woven from broken memories shall itself be broken.
So that's where I'm supposed to come in. You look for assistance from your mortal enemy who has sworn to hunt you down.
Precisely. For you possess a ring left to you by your elder brother, which continuously resets your body's condition.
Ah, so he doesn't ever rot. That's kind of interesting.
Of course, your memories are susceptible to erosion just like ours. But of all Conrians who remain, you are sure to remember the most. We had to obtain the memories in your mind, whatever the price. Even if it meant sacrificing our entire army as bait.
Ah, so that explains the war. So this was your true goal, to lure me here, guide me into a state of meditation, and access my memories? So be it. A few of my fading memories for your entire army, that strikes me as a fair trade. I appreciate your generosity. You're gambling everything you have on the Loom of Fate. This could be a costly mistake for you in the long run.
Perhaps. But that is the gamble our Highness has chosen to make. And thanks to you, the Loom of Fate has now finished weaving the ley lines. New Conria is complete!
Enough about your beloved deleter. You said you would pay any price for my memories, did you not? In that case, prepare to be slain another 100 times for your deception. I hope it was worth it. Okay. Okay. Alright. And I should probably fill up. Let's do that. Okay, where are you? There you are. Okay. Now, we know it's easier. Oh, and it's closer to there anyway. I'm gonna say.
She's still here.
Let's save our stamina and go up this way that I think I saw before. Because it's going to be quicker to climb, yes, but takes up stamina. Interesting here. So she's seen Conria. What is this? Could this be the Cataclysm? Is this where Daredith is right now? So she really is...
We're not from the same world, are we?
Nope, we're not. And that's kind of what I suspected with the name of the title and how our conversation went. Before we left Hayden and Dain's lift, I mean. No, I come from your future.
Wait, but that's great. That means the world isn't going to end. In that case, tell me, what happens to Conria? What happens to my homeland?
We're not
No,
gonna say
wait.
it, no.
Don't answer that. We can only fight for our future. If the future is unknown, I still believe the Savior can turn things around. I'll carry on looking for him, even if you're not there to protect me. Although, in a way, I've already found my Savior. It's you. You protected me, and I believe you can protect us all. You're the one who can change everything. It's just too bad that we're not from the same time or place. Oh, one last thing before I forget. I know how much you want to find your brother. Surely he must be desperate to find you too. So, is there anything you can give me as a memento? Proof that we met?
I'm not sure that it can go to your
That way,
time
when I
period,
do
though.
find him, I can convince him that you're also searching for him.
Memento? Wait.
Huh? What is it?
If this is her future, if this is her fate, let's see, give the key to Daredith. Don't mess the timeline too much. Now what's going on? So that's what happened. Istaroth, the ruler of time, must have had a hand in this. There's no other way that this meeting could have taken place. Aether, you knew all of this? I knew only the ending. I've always been curious about the events that led to it. When the Cataclysm first began 500 years ago, I, as the Prince of Conria, was preparing to do my part to fight back with all my might. But then this girl, Daredith, she found me. The irony was that even as she desperately begged me to save the world, she brought me news of you. I was stunned and I was suspicious of her claim that you were Hold on, guys. It looks like I've got something to take care of. Unless it's already been taken care of here. But let me check on that. Good. It's been taken care of, so don't have to worry about it. Let's see. So here we are. I was stunned and I was suspicious of her claim that you were searching for me. But then she showed me the key to your hibernation chamber. So, she actually did it? This is kind of interesting here. And it's also kind of interesting that we also encounter another shade. Like, we know that gold is merged with the ruler of life. We've met the shade of death. We've heard of Istaroth, the shade or ruler of time, but we never met her, and now we get mention of her being involved in this matter. So it's kind of interesting that they introduce or talk about three shades close together. So let's see, we've been separated ever since I awakened in Teyvat. I searched the whole planet and found no trace of you anywhere. And then she brought me news. Then she brought me that news at the worst possible moment. I was faced with an extremely difficult decision. I desperately wanted to see you again, but Conrio was in equally desperate need of my help. I knew that no matter what I chose, I'd regret my decision for the rest of my days. So I steeled myself against the guilt and made my decision. I went to see you. And then? But when I found you, you were still in hibernation. Even the key to the chamber was still secure on your person. You're saying 3 keys existed simultaneously in that moment? I couldn't make sense of what I was seeing, but there was no time to think. I just grabbed you and ran. That's when here we are right now, an intersection in our memories. This question has haunted me for the past 500 years. I never imagined the answer would come to me like this. So my actions 500 years in the future set everything in motion. Are you mocking me, Istaroth? Derrida succeeded in bringing us together, but unfortunately, it is versions of us 500 years apart. She hoped that the Savior would rescue Conria, save the entire world, but instead, the news she brought led the Savior to make the complete opposite decision. How awful. Is that her fate? Is that how her story must end? Has Conrio really been revived? Have you done what you set out to do? Let's do the top one. Not yet, but I've taken an important step. Now the ley lines of Conria are complete. I'd always thought that Teyvat's ley lines were locked by the heavenly principles. No more can be added and existing ones cannot be replaced. But then I learned that Natlan's Night Kingdom appeared to be an exception to the rule. It has intrigued me ever since. So I directed the Abyss Order to feign an attack on Natlan, buying me some time to enter the Night Kingdom and negotiate with the Lord of the Night. Unfortunately, for other reasons, even the Night Kingdom cannot host any new ley lines. The most I could get was some room to carry out the weaving process. The Lord of the Night did say before that even she can only reconstruct Natlan's ley lines. It's probably for the same reason. Still, I received the Lord of the Night's permission and activated the Loom of Fate. Using Teyvat as the base, I was able to grow a realm based on the Conria of 500 years ago, superimposing it over present-day Natlan's space-time. That superimposition is what allowed you and Daredith to cross paths. That's what I saw in my dream. He's not lying about that, at least. But what I don't understand is why did the Lord of the Night agree to this? After that, the new Conria was enriched with memories of the old, drawn from the Abyss Order's members in their meditation sessions. With those memories as raw materials and the superimposed realm as a template, the Loom of Fate finally finished its work. What I now hold in my hand is the Atlas of the New World. This is the product of the Loom of Fate, holding within it the entire network of new Conria ley lines. With this, the nation once known as Conria can rise again. One day, I will find a suitable host location for... Why? Why is reviving Conria so important to you? I don't understand. Is it really just because of guilt? When I first arrived in Conria 500 years ago, my memory was completely blank. It was only after I had served as their prince for many years that I slowly began to remember everything, including you. What, your memories were erased? But recovering old memories didn't simply ease that a part of my life I spent in Conria. I still see it as my second home. That is why my guilt weighs so heavily on me. But even so, that only constitutes part of my motive. More importantly, if I wish to speak with the heavenly principles as an equal, I will need the might of an entire world behind me. Wait, is she gonna show up? I wish this was voiced. Oh, that was kinda interesting.
Everyone's been waiting for you. The Abyss Order made a full retreat before our forces even arrived on the scene. All thanks to your efforts, no doubt. Oh, and Mr. Dain's lifts, of course. What's wrong? You look upset.
Paimon doesn't know the details either. The traveler just disappeared after taking Deirdre's hand. It was like they got sucked into another world. Paimon was looking all over for her, and then she suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot. But looking a lot more glum.
It's fine, I need some time to take everything in.
I think I got the gist of what happened. Something to do with your brother? I spoke with the Lord of the Night in a dream just now, and learned quite a lot.
Huh? You met your brother?
I did, we had a long talk.
And you didn't think to tell Paimon right away? Well, never mind. Paimon can see that you're pretty down right now. But let's go over everything later, alright?
What your brother accomplished? It all but defies comprehension. I was stunned when I heard about it too. But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually chose to allow it.
That caught me off guard too. Had never have expected that.
The Lord of the Night did try to explain it to me, but in a word, it's complicated. During the war with the Abyss, Mawika had an argument with the captain. Mawika believed that we should fight to protect our culture and memories, while the captain believed the preservation of the ley lines should come before all else. So, the Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Loom of Fate, and informed of its ability to weave ley lines. She saw your brother's actions as a potential third option, namely to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas.
Preserve a nation? You've definitely lost me now.
You're not the only one. Paimon's got no idea what's going on either.
With that in mind, the Lord of the Night gave the go-ahead once she was satisfied that the Loom of Fate wouldn't have any real effect on Natlan. However, I believe she imposed an additional condition of her own.
An additional condition? Did she ask for something in return?
No idea. She wouldn't tell me what it was.
Huh.
Alright, well, let's not overthink this for now. We just won a war! Time for a well-earned drink to celebrate. I trust the Lord of the Night unreservedly. I'm sure she only involved herself to take a problem off our hands, so it's one less thing for us to worry about. Don't you agree, Traveler?
You got a point. I still feel like a mess, though.
Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Veressa should be there too. We'll treat you to a real feast.
I'm sorry, but there's somewhere I want to go first.
Huh?
Ian-san, leave her be. This might be hard to understand for an extrovert like you, but some people need alone time to recharge every once in a while.
Traveler?
Return to the cave, huh? Okay. We found out that it's easier to get the cave from here. It takes minimal climbing. Don't feel like it, people. Ooh, nice. Hey, that's the story. And I believe with that, I will be calling it, but not before I take care of some
Work-life balance, but
post-game stuff.
this is pushing.
So let's see, do that. Okay. So that's nothing at all there. So, let's go into here. I usually do this all in Mondstadt, but do it here. Okay, there's my commissions. Ooh, there's my free wish. So we're definitely gonna do that before I go off. But it's pretty much endgame, yeah. I got Skirk last time. Or, not last time on stream, but last night. So I'll be pulling on weapons this time.
Welcome to the... Thank you for completing...
Okay. Now we go over here. Mondstadt, and then we will form our wishes. Okay, so I can do 2 of them, huh? So we'll use up our free one. Just a 3-star. I'm hoping to get Skirk's weapon there. That's what I'm aiming for, but I don't think I'll get it. I'll be surprised if I do, though. 4-star, huh? Ooh, I do get a free wish. So let's take that on. Free wish. Back in. And nothing. Alright. With that, I think I'm gonna call it here, like I said. I thank you all for coming. If you're watching this over on YouTube and you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and share this with anybody else that you think might like this. And if you'd like the chance to chill with me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon. And hopefully be notified of when I'll be streaming again. As for when I'll be streaming again, I want to say next week. But I am having... but I'm planning to order a computer, and I don't know when it will arrive. So for now, I'm probably going to be saying Monday, but I usually keep that information up to date in the posts tab of my YouTube channel. And if you guys are watching this on Twitch, you all know what to do. And I thank you all again for coming. And I'm gonna look for somebody to raid. If you guys have yet to answer today's question of the day, feel free to do so while I'm looking for someone to raid. And that gives you guys over on YouTube some more time to answer it until you have to do it in the comments too. So that'll be something that works out well. So let's see what I've got here. Why not them? What about here? Let's see. We're gonna check on one person. And if they're not live, I'm going to check on somebody else playing the game. It looks like they're still live, so we'll be rating Daisy Kyotra. They are playing Half-Life 2. They're pretty chill, nice, dark sense of humor like I do, even though you guys haven't had much experience with that. But give them my regards, and tell them that I will be there when I can. And with that out of the way, I thank you all again for coming. Bye!